Ladies and gentlemen, you have just tuned into the most trusted news source in the entire world. None of that mainstream news or anything like that is Brawl news, baby. Brawl news. Of course, if you guys have been enjoying yourselves here on this channel with any of my content, it definitely goes a very long way in supporting this channel if you consider subscribing. We're getting so dang close to 500,000, which is insane. So yeah, thank you guys. Much love. So in the video that we made recently about Bonnie's release date, we discussed that the Brawl Stars dev team had a tentative date that they were shooting for to have Bonnie released in the game, which was June 1st. But something switched with the release date, and now I can 100% say in all certainty that the confirmed release date for Bonnie is June 6th. No more speculation, no more guessing. She's coming out on Monday, June 6th, okay? Now, you also may be wondering, when is Empress Bonnie coming? Because she was scheduled to be released on the same exact day of her release, June 6th. So because of this, I'm assuming that there's going to be some different offers in the shop in regards to getting Bonnie as well as the skin in one package. So if you were worried that there weren't going to be any offers for Bonnie, I'm sure there's going to be. But then as for the other two worst bunch skins, June 8th for this guy and June 10th for this girl. Okay, we got that out of the way. The actual release dates for Bonnie, I don't know what made it change, but June 6th, okay? But now with that out of the way, we actually have some really interesting stuff to dive straight away into a little bit later on in this video in regards to Season 13 speculation, as well as content that might be scheduled to be released on that time. I know we still have quite a bit of time in Season 12, but we can start speculating and pretty dang accurately about some interesting stuff. So again, make sure to stay tuned. First, I want to get straight away into a little bit of speculation about Starr Park. I know. We brought this up in a Brawl News episode some time ago with this tweet coming out from Alien DNA, basically saying like, where's all the Starr Park stuff? And Brawl Stars saying, just wait a moment. Either in that context, or it was like sarcasm, or like, what? Wait a moment. But the responses in regards to lore doesn't stop there. We have this tweet that came out a few days ago by Grayman Man Gaming saying, I dare you to revive the Brawl Stars lore. And Brawl Stars says, does it need to be now? Kind of maybe alluding to there are some plans in the works. Maybe it's not going to happen now, but it will sometime down the line. But either way, this is interesting in and of itself, seeing that the dev team is kind of acknowledging the lore, which in the past, they've kind of just like neglected totally anything to do with Starr Park. Like Brawl Stars and the operations with the game on Twitter and social media and stuff like that felt like it wasn't connected whatsoever. Starr Park was like its own entity, and Brawl Stars kind of disregarded it on its face value. Now, take this with a grain of salt, guys, based on previous examples and experiences here with Starr Park lore coming back to the game. I would say this is like 10% certain. I am skeptical as crap. I'm not making any more grandiose predictions saying that Starr Park is coming out now. I'm just going to present stuff every now and again. But there have been some theories floating around in the community that Starr Park or lore might come back to the game at this next update, Season 13. We have people such as The Chosen One making videos in regards to this 6 days ago. Brawl Stars lore will be revived in Season 13. And of course, he's not the only one thinking this. There's a whole entire Discord server that is kind of running with this theory too. So the story goes, taking a look at The Chosen One's video that he made on it, is during the Season 3 Brawl Talk, the season in which we got Colette and a bunch of Starr Park related things, the countdown timer for the Brawl Talk did weird things every single time a 13 popped up. So 213, it glitched out there. Here's another example, 113 once it comes around. Glitches out, bugs out for a second, and the final example in the countdown, once it was getting closer to 0, 13 glitches out again. Now, of course, as soon as this theory started to brew a little bit in the community as of recently, they started to date back anything significant that happened on dates of 13 back in the day. And nothing crazy was found or anything like that. So the theory is that seeing that we're in Season 12 and that Season 3 had deep ties to Starr Park lore, that maybe it was literally saying something might happen during Season 13, 10 seasons later. I guess you can kind of run with the theory and kind of hope something might happen on the 13th, but it's a stretch. It is such a huge stretch. It would suggest that the Brawl Stars dev team has had Starr Park lore mapped out for 10 seasons in advance, thinking that it would make the most sense to come out on the 13th season. But still, take it with a grain of salt, okay? Moving on to our next bit of news that might have something to do with Season 13, as I mentioned earlier on in this video today. Do you guys remember this skin? DJ3MZ, or DJMs, the most recent Supercell Make campaign winner here? Well, there hasn't been that much discussion ever since DJMs ended up winning as to when she might be coming back to the game, but believe it or not, what made me want to put this in this video is I've been seeing quite a few comments wondering when the skin is coming to the game. So I got to digging, looking at dates and comparing it to past Supercell Make winners to see if there's any correlations in which we can make an educated prediction as to when it might come out. So if we take a look at the next most recent campaign, the Colette campaign, where the winner was Gladiator Colette, the winners were announced on July 28th, which then Gladiator Colette was released on October 16th, which was 80 days later. Next, taking a look at the next most recent, we have Nita's Summer Splash, where the winner was Whale Watch Nita. Whale Watch ended up being announced the winner on April 30th and then released on July 17th, which, guys, is 79 days. So very, very close to the Gladiator Colette campaign. It took them around like 80-ish days to get the skin done and implemented in the game. Now, the reason I'm bringing up these two campaigns is I feel like the Colette campaign as well as the Nita one were very organized and calculated as to when they wanted the skin to be released to fit into a specific update. Whale Watch Nita, which had the theme surrounding a like beach theme or swimming pool theme, came out in the summertime, around the time Summer Splash came out. And then Gladiator Colette came out during the season of the medieval theme that we had when Ash was released. Granted, it was quite a ways into that Brawl Pass. Seeing that I post every single day, you can kind of utilize this in terms of like how many days it took for the Gladiator Colette skin to come out during that Brawl Pass season. But Gladiator Colette came out on this day right here, which then the next Brawl Pass came out quite shortly after that. But you guys get what I'm saying. Each of the Supercell Make skins were released at a time in which their theme would make the most sense in terms of what was happening in Brawl Stars at the given time, the theme that was going on in the game. But then that brings us to the DJM's skin and the interesting connection that I found in regards to the last couple Supercell Make skins and when this next update should be coming out. So the DJM skin was announced the winner on April 15th. So if we take that date to this really useful website that I use so dang much, it's a date calculator, and plug it in here to add days. And we take the duration that seems to be kind of consistent in the most recent Supercell Make campaigns, around 80 days to get them designed and implemented in the game. And we add that here, 80 days. 80 days from which the point of the skin was announced is July 4th, which I'm predicting this DJM skin is going to be released, right? It just makes sense based on how long it took the other Supercell Make campaigns. But then I got to thinking, what's significant about July 4th other than being the 4th of July, the holiday? Well, I was curious and took a look at how much time is left during Season 12. We have 37 days and 15 hours at the point that I'm recording this. Well, if we go back to the date calculator and we take today's date and we add 38 days, we'll round up, seeing that we have 37 days and 15 hours left on the Brawl Pass, and we calculate the date. July 4th, dude. It falls on the same exact day that the Season 12 Brawl Pass is going to end. So not only do I think that the DJM skin is going to be coming out on July 4th or around there, right, ballpark, but now I'm like very, very certain that the whole theme around DJMs is going to have a lot to do with the Season 13 theme. I'm not going to lie, the whole concept that something might end up happening during Season 13 in regards to Starr Park or something like that, this might be giving even more evidence to that theory, right? Whenever it comes to theories, it's all about just pumping more evidence as much as you can to try to solidify or prove that theory as true as you possibly can. In the campaign background, the Brawl Stars dev team gives a clear theme that they want this skin to be designed around, so then it could seemingly fit into this next Season 13, thus giving us evidence as to what the theme might be. Not only is there a ton of Starr references with 2 R's, and even in the campaign background, we have the Starr Park logo there on the drink. So guys, I don't know what I have to think about this. Like I said before, I'm not going to make any grandiose like speculations or saying that Starr Park is coming out now or that Starr Park is coming out on this date or anything like that. But hey, I guess there's some stuff there. So yeah, pretty dang cool. I think the DJM skin is going to have a lot to do with the Season 13 theme, as well as I think we know when she should be coming out, around July 4th. But of course, whenever it comes to these types of things where we're just like speculating quite a lot. I always love to hear your guys' opinions. Have you kind of like lost hope for Starr Park, much like myself, and this might be like grasping at straws for a revitalization during season 13? Or do you think there's enough evidence there? I think moving forward, I'm going to be trying to be a like neutral party. I'll give you guys what people are talking about, but I'm not going to make like it's coming out on this date. But either way, it's all really, really interesting. Let me know what you guys are thinking. But if you ended up enjoying this video, make sure to slap a like on it. Really, really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, and take care.